Hey Queen, my name is Katrina Lewis-Dixon and I am your host of the Humble Entrepreneurial Esthetician, where I want to normalize the struggle of being your own boss by sharing real, raw stories behind some of your favorite Etsys. Now let's boss up.
Grand Rising, my queens. OMG, I am so freaking excited to do this specific episode. We are talking about manifestation and creating your reality. Now, I literally woke up this morning and I rushed to my office and I was like, I have to do an episode on this no matter what. I am all about aligned action and when I'm called to action. So this all really ties into manifestation. If I have to do something and I don't feel like doing it, I'm not going to do it because you're not going to be as passionate about something when it's forced. So you have to do your marketing on Canva and you're just not feeling your creative juices flowing, then don't do it, okay? Especially with women, we're super hormonal. So we go through like 4 phases a month. We have a time to be creative. We have a time to rest. We have a time to manifest. So be very aligned and within, and let's get into it. Flora Szivos is the host of Your Manifesting Bestie podcast. Now, this is not a sponsorship ad. I'm not affiliated with her in any way whatsoever. I just myself have been listening to her for literally like maybe 40 days, and my life is completely changing. I've done so much work on myself, so much therapy, so much Reiki, so much healing, and manifestation is like a motherfucking shortcut. Like, it's so exciting. And it's just like we have the ability all this time, but we just really don't know, or we don't have the access to it, you know? So for those of you who do know, I have been in the industry for about 15 years. Now, the first, I would say 11 to 13 years, I worked my ass off. I had moved to Canada. We were about to get evicted from our house in Florida. So my mom and I, that's why we moved here. And my daddy wasn't paying no bills. So we had to boss up and do our own thing. My poor mother was in so much debt. And she still did her best to help me out, provide for me. I ended up having to go to school, and I paid for my own school by myself. I have been in this industry 15 years. I'm still in absolutely no debt. But the first 11 to 13 years, I definitely worked my ass off. I had the mentality, I had to work 2 to 3 jobs just to make it. And I knew at the end of the day, I was going to be successful. I knew I was going to make money. I didn't know exactly how I was going to make it, but I knew I was going to do it somehow, some way. So I was working at Tim Hortons, Claire de Lune, Walmart, doing everything under the sun. I would literally work two jobs a day, and work 7 days a week, right? So when I finally got into the aesthetics industry, there was definitely more money to be made, especially with gratuity and stuff, but it was your own pace, right? I was working at a spa downtown. We literally had to promote with our flyers, and it was a hot mess. And it would be a lot of freebies or a lot about $20 pedicures that people would not come back. But I just always knew that I was going to make money. I didn't know how I was going to get it. I just knew I was going to do it. I was a little lost puppy at that time. I got a divorce with my first husband, and it was really, really difficult. I didn't know what to do. So I ended up working on the cruise ship. After the cruise ship, it was such a more healthy mentality and a healthy mindset about how to create your own path and how to create your own reality, which really got my creative juices flowing. And I really wanted to be a business owner by the end of the cruise ship days. Now, manifestation, running your own business, this all ties into one. Now, it's so, so, so important that you realize what you want at the end of the day. Now, with manifestation, you have to know your goals. You have to envision yourself and what you're going to look like in that future, in that reality. Now, I want to save you so much time because I'm not saying I wasted time. I don't regret anything, but I did spend a long time doing a whole lot of nothing. And not a lot of nothing, but I worked my butt off, and now I'm just physically exhausted. But now I'm working smarter, not harder. And that is the key. That is the goal. This whole hustle mentality is so 90s. This whole, I'm going to, put my blood, sweat, and tears. That is so 90s. That is way out the window. We are now in 2024, y'all. We need to step up our game, okay? And we are the creators of our own reality. So whether you call it manifestation, prayer, it's all the exact same. You need to envision yourself already having this product, this spa, these clients, these employees, whatever it is, and it's going to come to life. Now, first things first, you need to understand and know what your mission, your vision, and your values are. Okay. Now, vision is the key word, especially for manifestation. Your vision is going to be, what is your spa going to look like? Is it going to be pure white? Are you going to have nice tropical vibe? Are you going to have essential oils? Are you going to have music? Are you going to have upbeat music? Envision whatever it is that you see yourself either doing, providing the service, or whatever setting that you feel yourself inside. Then your mission. So what is your main goal? What is your aspiration? What are you going to do for your clients? How are you going to provide your clients the best service? And with what? With what tools? What are you bringing to the table? This industry, especially aesthetics, a lot of people are just copying each other. And especially when it came to lashes or microblading, everybody was just like, oh, I want to do it out of my basement because I make so much money. But like, I did it, y'all. It is so draining. 1, 2, I was dreaming about lashes and I was just like, this is too much. I do not like this. So I really had to step away. And even though it was making me money, I was like, my heart and my passion is not into it. Okay. So your mission is very, very important, because if you just start doing something just because you want to make money, it's not going to work out. If you start doing something just because everybody else on TikTok or Instagram is doing it, it might not work out for you because you're not passionate about it. You need to find things that are literally going to set your soul on fire and make you just want to do more and get excited. And that little butterflies in your stomach, even if they're like a little bit anxious butterflies, they are telling you that you need to do it. Okay. Now, this takes a while. I'm not going to lie. Who knew I was going to be waxing booty holes and loving it? And I think that there's just such a big reward, the service that I provide for my clients. A lot of people are like, oh, how do you do Brazilian waxing? Da, da, da. I am doing such an intimate skincare service that my clients open up to me about literally everything, physically and mentally. But I have to make my clients feel as comfortable and as safe as possible on the table. So sometimes the first 2 treatments, they're a little bit more anxious, they're a little bit more shy. By that 3rd, 4th treatment, they are telling me their baby daddy drama, their besties drama, their mama's drama, everybody. I know it all. So we have no boundaries in our room. Now, I love providing my clients with the best experience possible. I know I do. I know at our spa, TropixGal Wax Studio, we are one of the best in Ottawa. We have other estheticians from other spas and other wax studios just recommending us. We are well known for Brazilian waxing, and that it kind of just honestly came into play. Like, I was doing full body massage, I was doing skincare, I was doing detox treatments, I was doing manicure, pedicure, I was doing it all. And then during my home studio, I just started getting more and more busy with waxing. And then I realized how much money I was making. And then, of course, my TikTok blew up. And then I put out that energy that I wanted to receive. So I'm very bubbly. I'm very out there. I'm very positive. So those type of clients were knocking down my door. And this was all without me even realizing it. Now, the universe will literally put you in situations where at the time you don't understand, but it will always happen for a reason. It will literally pick you up and put you somewhere down and be like, this is where you're meant to be. So sometimes if you've lost a job, there's a reason for it. Sometimes when you go through a bad breakup, there's a whole reason for it. And it's just a better way to escalate and boss up. So for example, my TikTok being taken down, I was not as upset as I thought I was going to be, but it kind of impacted me like months later, for sure. I'm not going to lie. And I was really beating up myself about it. And then, like kind of jealous about like certain like influencers that I had seen and certain success and but this was supposed to humble my experience. And imagine if I didn't lose my followers, and maybe I wouldn't have humbled. I wouldn't have gotten a lot of clients from Google reviews. I wouldn't have started this podcast episode, and I wouldn't have made room for something else. So I truly believe everything happens for a reason. And I know my numbers are going to be up again. I have no stress in the world. I am manifesting my numbers. I'm manifesting over 1 million followers, and it's going to happen because I am the best and I believe it's going to happen. Okay. Last thing, mission, vision, we went over. So I went on a little rampage, and then values. Your values are next. Now, your values are extremely important. This is more morals that have been installed in you since you were young, right? So if, you want to spread kindness and love, you want, the money to be a certain way, you want your staff to be a certain way. These are going to be your values, okay? So This will be strict on your privacy policy. This will be strict in your boundaries and what you're going to allow into your energy or into your spa. And again, if you're doing something out of a place of scarcity, or you just want to run a business because you know that you're going to make money and this and that, you need to do it out of a place of love, right? Because if you start doing something super random like lashes or microblading, and then you put, all this money into it, and then you do it for a year, then it's kind of wasted, right? It is a learning curve. It is, there's a reason for it again, but you don't want to spend all this time, all this energy in like getting clients and buying your bed and buying your tools, and then all of a sudden be like, oh, I don't want to do it anymore. Now, as an entrepreneur, you're going to have 1,000,003 pop-up ideas. Now, for real entrepreneurs, there's a lot of people that actually run businesses that aren't good entrepreneurs. I'm not going to lie. There's a lot of people that just want a business, but they, again, don't know how to execute it. They're not really passionate about the spa industry. They're just passionate about running a business. So it's a good trial run for sure. But you are investing a lot of money, energy, and time into it. So do something that you really want to do. And again, I changed my business idea so many times, and it's still changing. Even in November, I was like on a completely different path of where I am right now. And, my future, my visions are kind of cloudy, but I'm getting there. It's all coming into place. And I'm feeling the love and the confidence, the appreciation, the gratitude that I'm deserving of. So when clients were knocking down my door, I was doing so much waxing that I couldn't do full body waxing anymore because I was always catering to so many people, and like an hour with one person was draining my energy. So I started just taking clients for Brazilian and underarms. And now basically all my clients are pum-pum and underarms. But guess what? I make more money than other waxing studios because all we do is focus on Brazilians. Brazilians can be like a 15-minute service, and I'm making like $70 in 15 minutes. Like, what? Like people like underestimate it. This is so lovely. I love it. I love it. I love it. And my vision, like I said, is changing every single day. I really find that everything aligns the way it's supposed to. Some people might leave for a reason. Some people might stay for a reason. But it's extremely important to just understand what you want, when you want it, how you want it, and then go for those goals. So like I said previously, I feel like I kind of wasted some time, like 11 years of just like working for somebody else, when all this time I could have worked it for myself if I actually believed in myself. And I didn't start working out of my home until maybe like 2014, I want to say. And I was just doing a couple of side hustle services. I was doing a lot of mobile services, and I was working so hard and like beating myself into the ground. I was also going to school, and I was working at a spa. And then finally, I just said, by the time I was done school, I said goodbye to the spa. I started teaching at Algonquin at the same time. And I just really wanted to focus on one thing. I found I love the teaching aspect of it. It taught me so much, but teaching and doing things at home, it was too exhausting because again, I still had that hustle mentality, like, oh, make as much money and eventually it'll pay off. No, it's not true, boo-boo. Half of these millionaires that you see did not have to work their blood, sweat, and tears into the ground, okay? You do not have to work 14-hour days. You do not have to cry and stress every single day, because the more stress you put into your business, the more of a worse outcome it's going to be. Okay. You have to have sun shining out of your booty hole because it is going to be so much more rewarding, and you have to celebrate the wins before they already happen. Now, some things that I do in my morning routine, and some things that Miss Flora Szivos has guided me to, and other spiritual gurus as well, is starting your morning off with gratitude. Now, before looking at your phone, I know it's so hard, but there's so much distraction on social media. Even if you're a business owner, you might have 3 to 10 messages in the morning, and all of a sudden that panic is going to come back, right? So start every single day with gratitude. It could be just while you're still in bed. It could be in your journal. It could be after you go for your pee. It could be after your tea. You could go for a morning gratitude walk, however it looks like to you. Just thank you for having a roof over my head. Thank you for having gas in my tank. Thank you for giving me this beautiful body that I am in. Thank you for having clients. Thank you for letting me wake up this morning. Thank you for using my arms and my legs and my eyes and my mouth. We are not grateful enough for these little things that are humongous, but we are so constant in the negative and the now and what can life bring for me? And, oh, I hate my life. I hate hearing that. First of all, I try not to say hate anymore, but I hate hearing, oh, I hate my life, or kill me now, or da-da-da. You are literally telling your subconscious these things, right? So if you tell yourself something negative, it is going to impact your body. It's like if you say like, I've seen a study where it's like, I'm Katrina. Your body feels it because I'm Katrina. But if I say, oh, I'm Annabelle. No, I'm not, right? But eventually, if I kept saying I'm Annabelle every single day, I'm going to have this new alter ego, right? I'm going to believe in it. Your body literally listens to everything you say. And that's why it's so important about your words and what you say and what kind of energy you're putting out there, okay? Now, especially for business owners, it's also very hard because we put our lives on social media, or maybe not our personal lives, but we do put a lot out there. And when there's a lot of negative people, it can really draw that negative impact onto your business. I like to sage my place once a week for sure. I am also at a really good place where my clients are everybody in this world is a reflection of you, some way, some form. But all of my clients are like my besties. Like I'm at the point right now, if I don't like you, I'm not going to take you. And it's not to be mean. I just literally am removing all the toxic people from my life. Whether you're family, friend, man, who cares? Don't care. You're not in my life if you are toxic energy. So I have been removing and firing clients. Sometimes I give them off to somebody else. If your appointment has been moved, don't be like, oh, she doesn't like me. It could be so many reasons. It could be I was gone. It could be I didn't have time for you. So don't stress. But you will know. I know you know, besties. I know some of you have gone to Tia and, you know, like we're still cool. Love you very much. But it's certain people that like just drain all of my energy. And when I gained a lot of followers on TikTok, I was putting my good energy out there. I was calling everybody queen. I called myself a queen before people started calling me a queen. I was like, I'm the waxing queen. And then like eventually people just literally called and gravitated to me calling me queen. And a lot of my clients to this day are clients that I've had from home. So like 3 or 4 years ago. I have the most incredible clients in this world. I have clients where like, if I'm sick, they're going to be like, I'm so sorry, darling. Let me buy you flowers. Can I drop something off at your house? Are you okay? They're not going to be like, what can you do for me? Oh my gosh, this is my wax. What can you do for me? I have clients that I work with. I have clients that work with me. I have clients that I go on dates with. You know, like I am really trying to build a community of just like friendships within my clientele, because if I like my clients, they're all going to like each other and we can all be in a community together. You know what I mean? But it is so important that you give off this good energy because you're just going to get back what you attract, right? It's a law of vibration. It's science. What you put out, you're going to get back. So even now, like I am starting to realize certain people that are so negative and I'm like, oh my gosh, this was my mindset literally 2-3 months ago. You know, I've always been like very out there and very happy and excited and rare. But I have such a different mindset now where like negativity is not an option. My mindset is just like good, great, and better. It's not like good, bad, right? And I used to stress so much, y'all. Like you have no idea. I was such a perfectionist. I always had things a certain way. If I didn't do something, I'd be so hard on myself. And as you know, life of the entrepreneur, it is up and down. You're going to have days where you feel like doing things. You're going to have days where you can't do things. You're going to have days where you get sick. Whatever it is. If I was sick, I would be so hard on myself and be like, bitch, get up. You can do better. Da, 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 da. No, absolutely not. Your body is sick because it needs rest and it'll be okay. And I guarantee like the more good you put out there, the more that's going to be contagious, right? It's like a germ, but a really, really healthy germ. It's like the goodness that you put out, you are going to get 10 times back. And like, I am living the dream. I just went on a vacation. I manifested literally every single thing I got and more. And I am just living so freely. I am so freaking happy. Every day is the best day. And I'm the luckiest girl in the world. And these are the things that I tell myself every single day. Now, creating affirmations is extremely important. You need to believe yourself. You need to believe in yourself before forming a business or having clients or having estheticians. You need to create affirmations that you can either say every morning, every day, before you go into social setting, before you go into work. Some affirmations I use: I am so well respected. I embody goddess energy. I am surrounded by bliss, peace, and happiness. I'm always at the right place at the right time. I am a light being. I get paid to exist. I detach from outcomes. That last one is such a big one for me because, like I said, I used to be such a perfectionist. I used to be so anxious about, you know, what is the outcome going to be? Is no one going to like me? Is nobody going to da 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 da? And of course, like that's like people pleasing, right? If you're going to be people pleasing, that's coming out of a place of of scaredness, right? It's coming out of a place of like, you are not in the right place at the right time. You are doing this to just like be fake with people because you want them to like you. But people are going to catch on to that, right? So it is really, really important not to be a people pleaser. And I find in our industry, it is so hard because we literally have to have good bedside manners, right? And like we have to cater to our clients and we have to be nice, but you are also your own boss and you also let who you allow in. So if you have a negative client, you have the option to kick them out. You also have the option to make their service as incredible as possible. And you never know, it might be better. I find some clients just judge you from the very, very first second. And then once they get to know your vibe, their energy, everything like that, it just skyrockets. Which is why I recommend 1,023 times, make sure you put your face on social media. Make sure you put your videos out there. There's so many people that do not want to create content. And I am telling you, this is how my business thrived. I literally just put my face out there. People love my energy. I have so many queens that are knocking down my door. I have never even thought about getting a Brazilian wax. They didn't even have ingrowns. They didn't have irritation. I convinced them through a mini screen to be like, get your pum pum wax. It's the best feeling in the world. And guess what? It's the best feeling in the world. It's empowering. You're ripping off that hair. It feels so good. And if you're like, this bitch is crazy, you haven't got a right in pum pum wax yet. And that's why you're saying that. Because this is such an incredible feeling. And also, it's just like a monthly check-in with your esthetician. You see some of your estheticians more than you see your best friends, right? So every 4 to 6 weeks, you're coming in, we're catching up, we're talking about your boo, we're talking about your trip, we're talking about your whole face, whatever it is. I am here for it because I'm so excited. And I'm so excited for my clients. I'm so excited when they go on a trip. I'm so excited when they have engagement. I'm so excited for their lives. If you're just like, oh, it's another day. I'm not doing anything. Then I'm just like, yo, like, what are you doing with your life? You do the exact same thing. It's a Groundhog Day. You do the exact same thing every single day. Also, blessing your business is something that Flora Szivos has also taught me. And I really just started doing this. But here are some things that she had recommended in saying. I just made $5,000 in 1 week. I am so grateful for the successful day that I just had. I am so grateful that I have 22 new clients begging to get into my business. I am so grateful to sell retail today. Thank you, clients, for blessing my business. I am grateful that I get to support and love my clients in such a positive and impactful way. I get better and better at what I do on a daily. My business is continuously expanding and grows and continuously increases. I feel like I am a better leader each and every day. Now, these can be things that you say before your day. Now, I honestly haven't, I've literally done this 2 days, but like I'm telling you, my retail went up. I'm telling you, clients are knocking down my door. Like we have so much clients knocking down our door and we're in a very big transition period. So I'm moving my full-timer back to the new Edinburgh location. And I already know that there's like a little bit of stress, just like, okay, we're going to lose a lot of clients. There's going to be some clients that don't come and da-da-da. But I have clients from Renfrew that are coming all the way downtown just to come see me. That's at least a 45, 50-minute drive, right? If those clients aren't going to come, guess what? New clients are coming. I truly, truly believe that. I'm not saying that y'all are replaceable, but when there's an empty spot, somebody's going to take it. That's all I'm saying. So I truly, truly believe that if clients leave, that's okay because that's just filling up for more, better, manageable, easy, loving clients that we love and appreciate. So it is all going to work out. So blessing your business before you even make any income at the beginning of the day. I've been blessing a lot of my estheticians. I'm really grateful for them. I'm grateful just in general for every single thing I have. But I'm really, really grateful that I can have a business soon enough that is going to be running on its own. And that's exactly what I'm manifesting. Another thing you can do is believe and envision yourself and what that person or that successful person would look like. So if you see yourself with a Lamborghini, pretend you're driving it already. If you see yourself in all white because you're godly, then pretend you're wearing it already or go buy that suit. You know what I mean? Like even your appearance makes such a big difference. And if you ever see me, sometimes I'm not all black, not gonna lie, in my uniform, but a lot of times I'm super colorful. My nails are always colorful. My hair's always up. My makeup's always like, it can be colorful. I'm just very eclectic. I'm very out there because I had that energy inside me and I like to dress up. And it is a reflection of me and the amount of compliments that I get or the amount of like happiness just like by wearing yellow, right? It's also branding, but it's just by you wearing yellow, it will make other people happy. Color therapy is a real thing. And again, if I'm going to be like quiet and dull and boring, then my clients are going to feed off that energy, right? And then we're just going to have a circle of trust issues and non-necessaries, okay? Not saying we're not talking about trauma in our room, not saying we're not talking about struggle. I'm not saying those things. We talk about it all, but I'm just saying, let's look at the light instead of looking the dark, okay? There's so much negativity out there. The news is all full of negativity. Why are you still watching it? It does not benefit you at all. There is so many tools that we have access to. There is so much creation that we have access to and we have the power to. We just have to believe in it. You got to believe in it. Sorry, going off a rampage, but this is all related and ties into business. And don't worry, I know I overtalked y'all, but this is going to be, there's going to definitely be a part 2. I'm going to have my girl Kiki on and we are going to be just dropping this knowledge. But just remember that you put out the energy that you receive. And money is also energy. So just be very, very, very careful with the type of money you are taking, whether it's cash, card, but even after your client, gives you a transaction, be like, thank you. Like, you can say it out loud. You can say it to yourself, but like, thank you, client, for blessing my business. Thank you, client, for giving me the essentials that I need to pay my bills. Thank you for my bills being paid. Thank you, client, for coming in today. Thank you for buying retail. All of these things are going to align. All right, queens, I love y'all. I am way over. I was trying to make this like a little 15-minute, just a little snip, but we got a little sparkle in there and it is over 30 minutes. But I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please, please, please comment below. Write me. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know if you are in the path of alignment. Let me know if you are manifesting things. If you have any other questions. Trust, this is one of many episodes. And I'm just so, so, so grateful for all of you from the bottom of my heart from listening. And this is the beginning of such an incredible journey. Oh my gosh, can you hear the happiness in my voice? Like, I literally just left a 5-year relationship. Okay, y'all, like, I am thriving. Everybody's like, oh, you committed, are you okay? I'm good. I am so Gucci. I had to remove something so negative out of my life. And I didn't realize it was negative until something like in the universe told me you had to leave. And multiple signs. Instead of crying about it, I am bossing up and I am putting all my energy, all my work into my business, into my reality. And I am so freaking excited to share it with the world. So please stay tuned, stay in love with yourself. You are the luckiest queen in the world. You are the best human in the world. You are so abundant and you have access to every single thing you want. Thanks, y'all. Have a wonderful day. Mwah.
Thank you for listening to today's podcast. I am your host, Katrina Lewis-Dixon, and I see you, boo-boo. Whether you're at home, driving, or setting up for your clients, let's boss up together. If this podcast aligns with you, then please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Later.